One of the programs I used to put examples onto the blog was giving me trouble today, so I decided to try a new program, and I think I like it better because I can embed these on YouTube's. You can let me know what you think after seeing this example of number 6. So number 6 asks you to solve 3x squared plus 2y squared equals 11, and x minus y equals negative 3. And to me it looks like the easiest thing to do would be substitution. And the reason I like substitution is because we could take the second equation and just add y to both sides, and we would get x equals y minus 3. Now everywhere we see an x, we can replace that with a y minus 3 in the first equation. And it's going to be a little bit messy, but we've got a quadratic to solve. So I could square that. And you get to see the eraser feature here because I made a mistake. 6y plus 9 is what you get when you square that. Plus 2y squared equals 11. I could distribute the 3 and get 3y squared minus 18y plus 27 plus 2y squared is equal to 11. Then if I combine like terms, I would get 5y squared minus 18y plus 27 is 11. I move everything to one side by subtracting 11, and this is what I get. At this point you can solve for y by either using the quadratic formula or factoring. What I did is I kept guessing and checking till I got the factorization right. I knew that it had to be y and 5y first, and I knew that both of them had to be negative, so they'd multiply to positive and add to be a negative. And after a few minutes of guessing, I found that 8 and 5 would work. We'd get negative 10y from the inner terms and negative 8y from the outer terms. That would add to negative 18. That means that y could be 2, or it means that y could be 8 over 5. But remember, this was an equation that asked you, this was a system of equations. So if I look back, x is equal to y minus 3. I'm going to take this x equals y minus 3, and if I put a 2 in there, I get negative 1, so it looks like negative 1 comma 2 is going to be one solution. And if I take that same x equals y minus 3, I can either think about 3 as 15 over 5, or I could take out my calculator and do 8 over 5 take away 3. Either way, I get x equals negative 7 over 5. And so a second solution is negative 7 over 5, 8 over 5. I then went and graphed this using some graphing software I have, and it turns out that x minus y equals 3 is, well, we knew that would be a line, and 3x squared plus 2y squared equals 11 is an oval. And it looks like there might be two solutions right over here and right over here. We can't quite tell unless you zoom in a bit, but if you do zoom in, you see that at negative 1, 2, there is a solution, and at negative 7/5 or negative 1.4, comma 8/5 or 1.6, there's another solution. So the graphing supports the algebra.